Hi all, Hal here with more 7 Days to Die, and as you can see we are in day 24 at 5 a.m. and we are going to go work on the big build. I've been putting it off for a little bit, but we're going to have to at some point, so let's go. Hi all, so yeah, what we're doing is we're going to work on the very large build over here. See if we can take care of a few of these. So we got a couple of folks over here just kind of wandering around making a nuisance of themselves. Look at that. Alright, so I've had a couple people asking, what are we really planning to do with this whole thing? And basically what we're going to do is we're going to end up building a very large building. I wanted to build kind of a skyscraper. I'm not quite sure how well it's all going to work out. I don't know if that was a killing shot or not. We should... Nope, guess not. And... Oh, a little too soon. Oh, come on. There we go. And right about... Oh. Right. That looks like that was a killing shot. Alright. Go ahead and get you... Oh, free food. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy. And what I was going to do, originally what I wanted was to basically make this a giant reinforced concrete pad. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I've actually got enough rebar to do it, but I've decided, no, I'm not going to do it. So what we are going to do, let's go ahead and put this away. We're going to grab our first stack of these because we are going to build a little bit here. Originally I decided I was going to come back and fill all this in with dirt, but what I'm going to do is we'll probably come back at some point and work on this a little bit, but I'm going to work on 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Should be, no. There we go, that's 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is that right? Because I want this to be... That's the middle. 1, 2. So you should be there. Okay. And from here, it's going to be, what is it? 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go. Alright, now what we're doing is we're setting up the support system for the building that we're working on. Now, what I want to do is we're going to have a series of supports that basically will carry our structural integrity up to, you know, that level. So one block above that, actually. I have to go there. Now, you guys are also going to go to here. There you go. And then we're going to do the same over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. And we have one more to do. Which is going to be back here. do this one. Alright. So what this is going to end up doing is actually helping distribute the weight a little bit better. And from here, once all of this is upgraded, I should say, to just like so. So once this is done, it's dry, it's at full strength, which I don't think is a issue anymore. I think that even when it's wet, it still has the same hit points, but it doesn't have the durability, I think is what it's lacking. Yeah. Don't quote me on that, I might be completely wrong. Thought that was a screamer there for a second. And we're basically trying to shore up this whole thing a little bit. There you go. Alright. And that should do it. And yeah, that should be good. Alright. And I'll show you what we're planning on doing here shortly. So you can come actually... No, that's right. Okay. Right. Thought I heard somebody making some noise over here. Okay. So, now that we have this in place, what we're going to end up doing is we want this to be the beginnings of the floor that we're going to be building on. And we're going to do this in all four corners. And we'll end up building some more of these, basically these reinforced supports like this, all the way around the edge. And we will have our platform that we're going to be building on up on top of this. This is actually going to become our superstructure. And now I know what everyone's asking. How? What is it you're actually making? When it's done, hopefully it will be the Transamerica Pyramid. So that's why I've got the forges going. I've got just ridiculous amounts of material being made, because we're going to need a lot of it. Alright. Okay, so just want to check this really... Whoop, I can't believe I just did that. Get that back. Shoosh. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that looks fairly good. So what we're doing is we're basically stacking the structural integrity. So they, with Alpha 16, they basically went with a very simplistic version of the integrity system. And what we're doing is kind of exploiting it. The way that it distributes load does weird things in the game. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Yes. Okay, so 1, 5. And then that's going to go like so. And like so. Okay. Now, in that one I actually had the runner go this way as well. I don't really need to do that. But what we're doing is we're stacking it so that the structural integrity for each of these pillars is transferred a little bit more evenly than what it would normally be transferred as. Right, so, go ahead and do that. Looks like might have gone one too far. Yep, one too far. Alright. And there we go. And then for this one, we go like so. And then we build this up. Hello, nice lady. How are you doing? Alright. Okay, so that should give us 2 from this side. Just like it did on that one. I may need... like so. I'm wondering if I'm going to need to actually bring this out one more to level this all off. I may need to bring that up again, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and get all this in. Let's update it. Ah. Oh, come on. There she goes. Down like a champ, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and finish this up then. Get this down. Get a little bit more of this to do. A couple more here. And there. Okay. And like I said, what this will allow us to do is to have fairly solid amounts of support on the system. Right. So yeah, I need a few more of these. There you go. And there. Awesome. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll start basically counting out 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is going to come over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So 1, 2, 3. So if we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me check that spacing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, that's right. So then this is going to be 1, 2 in from the corner, 2 in from the corner, right there. No, right there. There we go. Okay. And we just basically are going to rinse and repeat what we have already built over here and do some more of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a quick cut, get some of this done, and at least try and get this whole one section here done, just so you can get a better idea of what we're going to do and what it's going to look like when it's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and do that quick cut, and we will be right back. And we're back. So, just show you what we've got going on here. I actually screwed up a little bit. Okay, so I got this one done the way it was supposed to be, and then I cut this one short. So I'm gonna have to take basically all of this out. So I'm not very happy about that. Because what's going to happen is that this is basically going to cause a lot of trouble if I don't. So let's go ahead and get this done so we can get... Yeah, so basically what happened was this right here, because eventually, ultimately, it's not going to matter. You know what? Ultimately, it's not really going to matter. It just messes up spacing. Trying to decide, do I want to take this out now, or do I want... Because what should have been is we did this one. You count 4 on the 5th place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and place. And it should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There. So it should have gone this way. Dude. There. And then this all should not be here. This should, basically all of this section should be coming out. But I'm thinking I may leave that and then just come back, and if we find that we need to reinforce things, I may come back and reinforce it. So yeah, it just all adds up after a while. And I am actually out of cement. I only brought like 2.5 stacks or so of cement with me. Thought I had enough, at least to get the stuff started the way I want it. But apparently I was incorrect in my assumption. And you come here, and then you go there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this all framed in. And there is a reason why I'm leaving this overhang here. It has to do with the way that, like I was saying before, the way that structural integrity is calculated. If I were to extend this all the way over, it would give me a little bit more structural integrity, but it would also increase the weight of this particular layer. So what we're going to end up with is something that's a little bit lighter, but you know, within reason. It's fairly technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. Should be able to support the span. And alright, so we're gonna drop down like that. Okay, and that should be golden at that point, I think. We will find out, won't we? You know what's going to happen is I'm going to go through all this, get it all set up, and we're going to end up with a crap ton of cement and steel on top of us. You know it's going to happen, right? And then what I'll do is, in order to ensure that this is going to carry properly, because this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to come over here and we're going 1, 2, 3. That should line up there. just to give us a little bit more stability, but that does tell me that my numbers are right so far, which is a good thing. And then we'll have this come back like this. And basically, like I said, this is just helping to distribute the structural integrity a little bit. What they have done is structural integrity is now almost exclusively vertical, and then it just has a set range that you can go horizontal off of that column. Depending on the material types, will differentiate how far out things can go. So this is really just tying it all together and trying to offset some of the shear values. That's all. And I think that is everything. Okay, so let's head back over here. We're going to go grab our bike. We're going to head back to base. I'm going to grab some